Hello again, everybody. Zack Attack is here with my WWE Raw review for this Monday, October 15, 2018, from the Wells Fargo Center in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Born and raised. Had to make a fresh Prince weapons there. So WWE has a lot going on, good and bad. Coming off a decent Raw last week, some would say the best Raw in a while, WWE had a lot to top. This Raw was, of course, mirrored with controversy involving, of course, their Crown Jewels show. Now, with the recent developments with this Turkish reporter reporting missing, reportedly being killed by Saudi Arabians, and causing tension with relations between U.S. and Saudi Arabia, people are boycotting the event, people are begging WWE to cancel the event, and even talent behind their back are saying shit about it. Even former talent like Kim, John Hall was making fun of him for it. A lot of people are rallying against WWE to cancel the event in Saudi Arabia with all this stuff surrounding it, surrounding the country. Now, for right now, the event is going on, but notice they didn't mention anything about Saudi Arabia at all. They said the event is on, but didn't mention where it's at. That's either A, they don't want to mention the fact from Saudi Arabia still, or they're trying to move it to another location. We'll see what eventually happens. But with that controversy aside, Raw tonight was, a night of returns and a night of rematches. Lots and lots of rematches. I know it's like that every week, but damn, we've had like the same guys feuding with each other the last few weeks. Sometimes it's exciting, sometimes it's not. There is one good thing about some people feuding with each other a bunch of times, is that we had, of course, the two top factions of Raw brawling again this week. And, of course, tension was in both. And one of them might have imploded. Anyway, let's start off with one of those factions, the Dogs of War. Opening up tonight's Raw, Braun Strowman, Dolph Ziggler, and Drew McIntyre. First off, beating up the Shield last week in pinning Dean Ambrose, adding more dissension with the Shield. Dogs War had their own dissension problems. But they both had some of the big win over the Shield last week, as I just mentioned. Bragging that they are the top three-man faction in all of Raw, and are tearing down the Shield brick by brick with the conspiracy dissension, with Dean Ambrose being the weak link and being the one without a belt, blah, blah, blah. And of course, both Ziggler and Dolph were appearing against the Shield members in qualifying matches of the World Cup. Call it America's Cup, guys. We have no international guys. Yet. At least SmackDown will have one foreigner in it, whether it's a Japanese guy or Mexican. At least we get some word flavor in it. Well, we could have an Irishman if he would have qualified tonight. It was going to be McIntyre against Seth and Dolph against Dean. Couple of matches there. I think we just seen. I think we just saw like Drew against Seth a few weeks ago, which was a good match though. So before we get to the individual matches, we would have Seth and Roman answer the promo of the Dogs of War. Notice by his absence is Dean Ambrose, the elephant in the room. No Dean coming out with them. But they said he was on his own time. It's Ambrose's time. He comes on his own time. You know, covering his tracks. And Seth's like, Drew, I'm here. You're here. Let's have this match now. So authorized by acting GM Baron Corbin, we would open up with the first of the two World Cup qualifiers, as mentioned. It being Dolph's friend Drew, one half of the Raw Tag Belts holders, and Seth Rollins. We haven't seen both of them defend their titles in a while. More importantly, when was the last time Seth defended his IC Championship? He's stuck in this whole Shield reunion to get Roman over. Guess what? No matter what you do, Roman's still going to get booed. Every time Roman, they had this promo with Seth and Roman got booed every time he had a mic to his face. You know what I mean? With Seth stuck in the Shield reunion, he had one of the best years of his career. Now he's being stuck in second IC title reign. It's almost as bad as Dean Ambrose's U.S. title reign. Or even worse than Shinsuke Nakamura's reign as U.S. champion. When the fuck he defended his title? Both mid-card titles on both brands have not been defended in a while. Defend them! Damn it! Anywho, despite the rematch form of this match, it was still a decent match with some good brawling, especially on the outside with a real clever move with Drew unleashing pounding on Rollins on the outside, exposing the steel underneath the wing, pulling the apron up. Dolph did come out for some distraction. And with that, Steph chased him around as Drew hid underneath the wing and stomped on Rollins' hand underneath the wing with the steel things. And there was another cool spot, too. Drew was stuck in the tree of woe as Rollins was going up the top rope for something. But Drew stuck in the tree of woe with one hand slam Rollins on top of it. From on top of it. That was a cool little spot there. You know, the ball a little bit. And, of course, Drew's friend Dolph would get involved a few more times, especially during one point when Rollins was setting up for the curb stomp near the end of the match. Rollins got tripped over the top rope, pulled over it by Drew's friend Dolph. They would brawl a little bit with every turn, and then here comes Dean Ambrose to the rescue. He came in, taking down Dolph, and then both Rollins would dive to both Drew and Dolph on the outside. And unfortunately, after that dive, that second dive to Drew, after he did it to Dolph, they both got counted out. Well, actually, Drew got counted out. And Seth Rollins would win the match. So, shitty ending, but at least it protects Drew from getting pinned and more importantly saves Seth from getting pinned. Like, you know, it's more established guys in the World Cup that's fought. Angle, Cena, Rollins. And on the SmackDown side, you have Hardy winning and Randy Orton winning. And of course, I mentioned earlier, it's Americans that's far. No international. So much for this so-called World Cup. And of course, the last qualifier would be Dolph and Dean Ambrose later on. That means no Finn Balor. Well, at least we're going to get some positive with him. We may have a possible feud for him later on. Now, on to our next scenario. Before we get to our next match, we had a promo involving the DX reunion against Brothers of Destruction at Crown Royal. They had a promo recapping what happened last week, sparking the reunion. Of course, the ending of Super Showdown. And we had a new promo from the Brothers of Destruction saying that DX, you reunited, but you will rest in peace. You know, all that good jazz. For that promo, backstage promo delivered from Kane, the mayor of Knox County, Tennessee, and Tinker. Now on to a women's tag match. The promotion for Evolution continues on as well. It was announced that we're going to get a women's battle royal. Basically, the Andre the Giant battle royal of the Evolution pay-per-view with everyone that does have a proper match. Announced a lot of people. You got the 4 women in this match. Emma Moon, teaming with Nia Jax 1 week after their friendly competition of a match ending in a double count-out. And their opponents, Dana Brooke and the returning Tamina. When did she get on Raw? Wasn't she in a shakeup or something and everyone forgot about her? Like, and she had a decent little push attempt on SmackDown last year with Lana that went nowhere. But at least she's on television again. Also, the Iconics, Carmella, Asuka, Sonya Deville, Mandy Rose, and Tori Wilson for some reason. We're going to get some more legends in there. Tori was in the Women's Royal, but now she's in this Battle Royal. So, anywho, at least Tamina had a chance to shine. She eventually would brawl against Nia at the inevitable battle with these two. Even Tamina trying to slam Nia. And Nia trying to do the same to Tamina. But then it was near the end of the match that Dana Brooke would eventually eat the pain in his okay little tag match, eating the Eclipse from Ember, gaining herself momentum, not just for this Battle Royal, but also her mixed match challenge opportunity that was given to her with the injury to Bliss with her partner, Braun Strowman. So as Ember and Nia were standing tall, Tamina got back up, and both women would team up to eliminate, well, potentially eliminate Nia Jax, of course, building up the Battle Royal. But as both Ember and Tamina would then turn on each other, try to eliminate each other, Dana Brooke would come in and eliminate them both. Dana's not going to win, but at least she got some momentum with eliminating, taking over the top rope both Tamina and Ember Moon. So, okay, little tag match here. Building up hype for the Evolution Battle Royal, which the winner, by the way, will receive a WWE Women's title match. What if a legend wins that one? What brand would they choose? SmackDown or Raw? Well, speaking of Raw Women's Champion, we would have a promo involving the Raw Women's Champion, steaming for what happened last week with being turned on by the Bella Twins after the tag team match against the Wyatt Squad. So Rousey was rowdy and angry. He called out the Bella Twins, and this is probably the segment of the night, and probably the best promo Rousey has had in her history of being in the company. Bellas came out, and Nikki and Brie saying, "Hey, we're the flagship of the women's division. We were divas when divas wasn't cool. We made this division. We're the benchmarks of this. The reason why you're here, the reason why Evolution's happening, blah, 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 blah." And they kind of turned on Rousey. Like, Rousey's promo started off kind of rough, but then she came back swinging, saying that you knocked down the doors, but guess what? I've done some knocking too. Knocked down the doors in Judo, in UFC, in Strikeforce, and I'm knocking down the doors in the WWE. And what you did in Divas Division made me sick, and what you stand for made me sick. And I was naive. I thought I could trust you. When I debuted in the WWE earlier this year, especially at Mania, you guys came hugging me, and I accepted you as my friends. But I should have known that you were going to be lying little snakes, being little leeches like you are, because you leech on other men, and you steal their moves, which is true, and hurt other people with their moves. I'm looking at you, Brie. Well, you did a little more with the it kicks, the yes kicks. Dang it, I know that your mind calls them it kicks, but hey, yes kicks injured Liv Morgan. But then goes the line of the night. You talk about knocking doors down. Nikki, the only doors you knocked down, the only door you knocked down is John Cena's bedroom door. Bang! And that was the room he kicked you out of as well. Flaming burn, bang. Mic drop, pipe bomb. So Nikki came down to try to get her hands on Rousey, where Rousey called her out to the ring. But then, since they're the fucking Bellas, they are the establishment of the company. Not just that, because their mom is married to the former general manager above all in SmackDown and a former executive of talent relations, John Laurinaitis. People power! Yeah, John Laurinaitis is their new father. They had also security. But Rousey would beat the fuck out of security. Dragging them down with the big judo throws. Scoundering the Bellas back to the backstage area. Rousey looking tall in this situation. So, great promo here from Rousey. Probably one of the best. Probably the best. And that quote from her, that the only doors you knocked down, Nikki, has been the door to John Cena's bedroom. That was memed and crawling on social media throughout the evening. I mean, on social media, and I saw that a lot. Wow. Crazy. Even though the match is going to be sloppy and does not deserve to be the main event, by the way, should be Charlotte and Becky for the SmackDown Women's Championship in the last woman standing match. Hopefully that still happens with Becky's recent jaw injury. Hopefully it ain't that severe. Hopefully it's just a little minor injury, and Becky won't have to drop the belt back to Charlotte again at Evolution. So that match should be main eventing Evolution, not Bella and Rousey. I think they're trying to make fans care about it and make fans kind of think it deserves to be the main event, which it doesn't. Great promo there, especially from Rousey. So my brother's jamming some music. If you hear some music from him, it's my brother jamming his music. So we have the second and final Raw World Cup qualifier of the night, and third overall, because Cena didn't have to qualify because he's John Cena. And Nikki sucked his dick for a while. Anyway, it'd be Dolph Ziggler against the Intercontinental Champion's friend. Well, his friend, maybe, especially coming out of this match, Dean Ambrose. These match with these two, both guys with Ball a bit, including ball on the outside a little bit. Some decent little spots, including Ambrose trying to go for the clover leaf. And I like the move that Ziggler did. Ziggler's trying to do a move up the top rope, and he did like a little avalanche facebuster. That was a cool move. That was a great move. And Ambrose did a good move at the top rope. Both guys were balling a bit. And Ambrose was trying to tease the Dirty Deeds. After he was going for a move on the top rope, and then Drew McIntyre came out, distracting Ambrose for a bit, and then Seth Rollins would come in to make the save until these two would ball a bit, and Ambrose would come, like Ambrose and stuff was balling a bit. And in the midst of all that, after the interference with both Drew and Seth, this would get interesting. After a little scuff on the outside, Dean would be tossed back into the ring by Seth. In the midst of that, Dean didn't know who was touching him. He shoved Seth. As he got back into the ring, it ate a zigzag from Dolph Ziggler and the 1-2-3 victory. Dolph Ziggler would now be the final qualifier after he would eat a super kick, not a zigzag. But nonetheless, thanks to that inadvertent distraction and a push from Rollins and pushing Rollins inadvertently, Dolph would eventually get the pin, like I said. And then we have a little shimmy match with Dean and Seth. Both were not happy. Dean was not happy about losing the match. He thought, Seth inadvertently caused the match by pushing it back in. And then Seth was mad that Dean pushed him over inadvertently, blah, 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 blah. Roman was trying to pick it up. And then stirring the pot would be the general manager of Raw, the acting general manager, should I say, Baron Corbin, making a match we saw last week. Twice. The third time, kind of a woman match. The Shield against the Dogs of War would be our main event. Two of the guys in each team have fought a match already. Drew and Dolph, and Seth and Dean. Roman and Strowman have not fought tonight. So, this is the feud that needs to end. These six need to serve for each other. They have good chemistry. But if you put them together so many goddamn times, especially together a lot in 2 weeks, it's going to get fucking old. And hopefully, after Crown Warrior, these six can just stay the fuck away from each other. It's great stuff they're doing, but it may get repetitive. It's starting to feel that way. Starting to part of the Shield breaking. That's why this match was made by acting GM Baron Corbin. But there's some also cracks in the Dogs of War as well. Especially if Braun not happy that Drew McIntyre lost this match tonight. And he had a second chance to redeem himself tonight by winning this match against the Shield. Women match. Shield won at Super Showdown. Dogs of War won last week. So we had a little woman match. We get a woman match down the line, but not the week after last week's match. Speaking of repetitive matches, we have Finn Balor against Jinder Mahal again. With, of course, Bayley at ringside for Finn and Alicia at ringside for Jinder. And the night of returns continue. We saw Alicia Fox. Not Alicia Fox return, but Tamina return. And a Singh Brother return. After being out for 9 months with a knee injury. Amir Singh returns. Or was it Samil? Whatever. One of the twins came back after knee injury. So cool to see him back. See some twin magic again. And seeing both twins get their asses kicked from time to time. Okay, little match. Same as always. The last time he fought, Finn Balor would win the Sling Blade Coup de Grace. Nothing to see here. Finn wins. But the cool thing about this is the teasing a feud with him and the newly healed Bobby Lashley. Bobby turned heel last week by beating the shit out of Kevin Owens. We found out later. That Kevin Owens will require surgery. That sucks for him, man. He's been up and down this year with the loss of Sami Zayn. His great I Quit storyline that only lasted a week. And now this knee injury, which was thought was not that severe, would only be out for maybe a month or two. Now it's really severe, might be out till after Mania. And now the injury list of the Mixed Match Challenge continues. We had Bliss was out, Sasha's out. And now we have the first guy out of Mixed Match Challenge this year, the injury plague Mixed Match Challenge 2. Bobby Roode will not be replacing Kevin Owens. So, there's that. Speaking of tag teams dealing with injuries, we have Bobby Lashley taking on a guy who does have a partner out, but he's currently recovering. I saw a pic of him today. We have it. Fandango's partner, Tyler Breeze. And Bobby went a little interaction with Finn Balor. Now, Finn Balor and Bobby had a little interaction last week when Bobby interrupted an interview with, of course, his loudmouth manager, Leo Rush, interrupting a Balor-Bailey interview, and now he went into Balor as he went into his match. So we're going to see a Balor-Lashley feud. Be interesting for both guys. Both guys have been floundering for a while. Balor more than most. We've been bitching about Balor's positioning in the company for so long. He's getting more fucked up main roster than Asuka is. Or any other NXT call-up for the most part. Anywho, we would have Lashley against Breeze. Bobby was mostly dominant and posing a lot. And of course, Leo was blabbing again for the second week in a row. Hey, get you a lot of heat by talking a lot. At least, I'll say it again. I said it last week. I'll say it again. At least he didn't make a Kobe joke like Abraham Washington did and got his ass fired. At least he has an earpiece on, so at least he won't be able to say anything stupid that could get him fired like Abraham. But anyway, Tyler did try for offensive fury, but of course he would be taken down by a power slam, leading to the Dominator. In the 1-2-3, or the C4, I keep calling it Dominator, but C4 in the 1-2-3 victory for Bobby Lashley. Quick little squasher. Hopefully this feud with Balor would benefit both guys. Now on to our next affair. A promo involving Trish Stratus and Lita. Talking about their now changed Evolution matches. They're supposed to be singles matches. Now it's a combined tag team match with their respective single Evolution opponents, Bliss and Mickie James. The positive is at least we're going to see Mickie James and Trish interact. Bad news is we're not getting that Bliss-Trish singles match. I said it last week. I want to see that match. Lita and Mickie don't want to see that match that much, but at least you're combining it. At least, hey, you're still going to see Trish and Bliss involve each other, but more importantly, you're going to see Trish and Mickie James because they have a little bit of history with each other. Which was mentioned in this promo as Trish and Lita was running down their Evolution opponents, and then here comes their opponents to talk some smack as well. Saying that they're the top women of Raw, and that these legends think they're going to come in and knock them down. Especially you guys have been in a ring in a while, in a proper tag match or singles match. That's not a woman match or whatever, And a lot of practice references. Like, you have no practice. And then Lita and Trish would make a lot of practice jokes, saying, hey, let's have some practice right now. So, all four women were ready to brawl with each other. But then Alexa and Mickie went away. So, there you go. Wait a little bit after these form. Maybe we'll get an eventual beatdown segment sometime next week, because next week is the final Raw before Evolution. Now on with that handicap match that was supposed to be involving the AOP and Kurt Angle, who's back for vacation, sort of, and I helped spoil Baron Corbin's plans to qualify for the World Cup by having his own little global battle war with a bunch of local talent, including Idris Abraham. I'm calling him Ibris, but it was Idris Abraham. That was cool seeing him as the Sultan of Shana. And getting screwed over by Kurt Angle disguised as the Conquistador. And him qualifying for the World Cup, as I mentioned. So, Corbin was mad. He put Angle in a handicap match against AOP. Angle didn't have any gear. So, we thought he came out as the Conquistador again. But Conquistador was not doing well. He was trying to put the ankle lock on, I think it was his arm. But then he would get the tag in as this Conquistador we thought was Angle was struggling and he got taken down. He's destroyed by AOP. But then as AOP got the victory, took off the mask, it was not Kurt Angle in the mask. It was a random jobber. Baron Corbin, who was sitting at the Titantron, was not happy, and then from behind, Angle came into the ramp with an Angle slammed the Corbin on it. So, there you go. Angle one-ups Corbin yet again, teasing, of course, a long-term storyline possibly. I said this last week, that the rumor now is we're going to see an Angle Corbin Survivor Series match for control of Raw with teams. So, it's not going to be Raw against SmackDown like the last 2 years. Sadly, I like that though, for the most part. If it's done right, it's good. Now on to our next affair. We have Ruby Riott against Natalya. The woman that the Riott Squad beat up a few weeks ago when Ruby Riott was trying to accept an open challenge for Ronda Rousey's Raw Women's Championship. That's when Bells would make the save when Bells was still on Ronda's good side until they turned on her. So Natalya came down, and so did Ruby with her. Wyatt strong with her. Natalya's like, no way I'm going to fall for this again. I'm not going to come down and get a possible beatdown. It's 3-on-1 possibly. So I'm going to bring some friends. Bayley. And the returning Sasha Banks. The returns continue tonight. We have Sasha returning after. Allegedly, there's been a lot of reports about why Sasha's been missing. There was reports she was dealing with an injury, a back injury. All the reports were saying she was taking a break from the ring. She was even pulled from an episode of Ridiculousness she was supposed to tape after appearing on Round and Out, which she did not much anything. Dolph Ziggler was on Round and Out. He did better. And Sasha's poor showing on Round and Out was sad because we don't know who her cousin is. Rapper and Round and Out veteran Snoop Dogg. Maybe next time Sasha comes on Round and Out, she'll bring Snoop Dogg. But her episode of Ridiculousness was replaced by Becky Lynch. Properly replaced by the SmackDown Women's Champion. So that was kind of cool. So Sasha, with reports of being out because of a back injury and wanting to take a break from the ring, there was no way she was going to miss Evolution. So she accompanied Bayley and Natalya in the ring. Natalya and Ruby Riott had an okay little match here. Ruby had some offense and some big moves there, but then Natalya had some big clotheslines and was setting up for the finish, putting Ruby in the sharpshooter, but Sarah Logan would come in to knock Natalya over, causing a disqualification. And then Bayley and Sasha would come in. But the Wyatts would chase them off in a way to do a triple T move onto Natalya with Ruby holding up Natalya and hoping to do a triple team with Liv and Logan. But then both Liv and Morgan got tripped up by Sasha and Bayley. They pull on the outside a bit. And the heels scattered. Is this a setup for a match at Evolution? Is this a match for Sasha Banks and especially Bayley? Big disappointment. You know, big disappointment if it's going to be a match against, if this is setting up a match at Evolution with them and Natalya against the Wyatt Squad. What could have been a possible great Sasha versus Bayley match with a storyline that was building, and now it's going to be leading to a ho-hum match at Evolution. Not only is Sasha not going to fight a legend, she won the Trish match, she ain't getting that match. We wanted a Sasha Bayley match at Evolution, we're not getting that, nobody wins. Sasha's not winning. She's not getting what she wanted. We're not getting what we wanted, a Sasha Bayley blow-off match. And now we're going to get a ho-hum 6-woman tag. Whoopee! Fuck. Hopefully Wyatt Squad win. But they lost at Super Showdown. They're going to lose in this one too, probably. Anyway, we're on to our last segment before our main event. As Elias would come down to try to sing a song. Bad Mouth and the Eagles. We all in Philly after all, the home of the champs. Saying that I had lunch with Carson Wentz. And he said the injury was painful, but not as painful as faking excitement to play in front of a shitty crowd like Philly every week. And man, it just me with Elias getting booed more than usual when he makes fun of sport teams. Of course, we know the nuclear heat he got 2 weeks ago when he and Kevin Owens made fun of Seattle losing the basketball team. Then he got more nuclear heat when he made fun of the Cubs last week. And now more huge heat when he made fun of the Eagles tonight. So, he's a heat magnet. He's about as a heat magnet as Tommaso Ciampa is in NXT. And I saw he whipped another sign from somebody at a house show recently. That was me. He whipped one of my signs. Review of that NXT house show on this channel for when Tommaso Ciampa whipped my sign. Badge of honor. But it's a kid though, but hey. Still a badge of honor to get your sign ripped by one of those overheels in the company. Anyways, Elias, after he badmouthed the Eagles, going to sing a song. Then we got the returning Apollo Crews. I haven't seen him in a few weeks. Apparently he's done with Times Worldwide too. Didn't address it or anything. But he had the same kind of promo and same kind of intention as Shelton Benjamin's been having on SmackDown. Sick of being on the bench and wanting to step up his game. Elijah's not happy about the interruption, saying that, Apollo, you're not me. What have you done for me at all lately or whatever? You haven't done anything on this roster. I'm a star. You're not. And then as Elijah was ready to pull, he got taken down by a big slam by Apollo. At least we're getting Elias Apollo feud, at least an Apollo push, should I say, after the Gorilla Press Slam over the top rope on Elias to the floor. So these are going to give Apollo a chance here, and hopefully Apollo turns. Hopefully we see another double turn. We saw a possible double turn with Lashley and Owens last week. Hopefully we see a double turn. Elias is getting cheated a lot. So hopefully we see Apollo heel needs something. At least they're doing something with them. You know, losing him in times wide, you know, is okay, but it doesn't benefit him. He's been having a rough one on the main roster. So it's No Way Jose. We saw him backstage. Oh, they're giving up on him. Future endeavored very soon. Apollo wants to avoid being future endeavored, so briefly this will do him wonders with this situation. So on to our main event for the second week in a row. The Shield against the Dogs of War. Both teams had their little tensions. Of course, Braun was arguing with Drew. And we have, of course, some more interactions with Seth and Dean. Now, the match was not as good as last week, or not as good as Super Showdown, but the story was better. With, you know, Roman being isolated for the most part by the team before. And Bones and Rollins would come in, doing their double team moves. And it seemed like these two were getting along after the little inadvertent interaction at the end of the Dolphin Dean match early in the evening. Things were going smooth. Until Dean delivered the dirty deeds onto Seth's opponent tonight, Drew McIntyre. And just ready to pin Drew. I was like, they're going to make Dolph push Rollins on top of Dean and knock him off inadvertently. That's exactly what happened. Dean was pinning Drew, got inadvertently knocked off the pin by Seth, who was inadvertently pushed into Dean by Dolph. And then these two have another shooting match. And then feeling on a brawl. And then both guys were teasing their moves. Ambrose was going for the dirty deeds on Rollins. Seemed like, oh, this is it, they're going to pick up. Then Rollins was teasing a curve stop. But then Roman Reigns was coming in with a big Superman punch and spears everybody. And then, of course, the other team would have their own little inadvertent interaction. As McIntyre would accidentally deliver a Claymore onto Braun Strowman. Then McIntyre got speared. And then got delivered the Shield triple powerbomb. And Drew got pinned 1, 2, 3 victory for the Shield. Despite a little bit of tension between Seth and Dean. It patches things up and the Shield gets the victory. But I said earlier that a team would implode tonight. But not the one you thought. At three of us, Braun Strowman and the Dogs of War would split up. He was not happy with Dolph and Drew tonight. Specifically Drew for getting pinned. And then Ziggler got power slammed. And then Drew would deliver the Claymore, not accidentally, but on purpose, to Braun Strowman. Before Strowman would try to destroy McIntyre as well. Before he ran up to the win. So, is WWE finally getting the hint that they tried their best to make us cheer Roman? We need to cheer. We need the people to cheer Roman. So let's turn the most over guy in the company heel. Maybe they finally got to their fucking little brains. Strowman needs to be a fucking face. We can still be a heel without Dolph and Drew. But he's better as a fucking face because fans are cheering him. And they haven't been cheering him that much because WWE made him heel and it's a fucking stupid move. Now they did the same thing with Becky Lynch because what? She's still getting cheered. No matter what, because we like Becky no matter what. But what it did with Strowman's character, since him turning heel with a heel team, have lost his cheers. And now, hopefully he'll get his cheers back with his turn on the Dogs of War. So Shield's still together for now, but apparently the Dogs of War are done. So one team imploded. But like I said, not the one that many people thought. See what happens. Head towards both Evolution and Crown Royal. If it's still Crown, I keep calling it Crown Royal. Or Royal. Crown Royal is a beer company, but Crown Jewel, if that event still happens. In Saudi Arabia or anywhere else. So with that being said, that's it for my Raw review. With that in mind, you've been attacked by the review from Zach. See you next time. Bye-bye.